Hello, I'm in just outside of Reading, Pennsylvania. I'm taking a break from patching tarp, giving it a chance to dry. I figured it'd be a good opportunity to break out the camera. I might just show a little bit of what's going on, and then I might do a little talking, do a little report of what's gone on since my last episode. It's been a while since I made the last one. I finally got around to editing it and posting it yesterday, and guess I'm starting to get more into the swing of things. Well, and I also have some downtime right now, so that's making it easier. But let me go ahead and show you what's going on up on my trailer deck. So I don't know if I said the state right, but I'm outside Reading, Pennsylvania, at a nice little truck stop. Got stuff out of the tarp box. Some of it's sitting up there. Some of it's sitting up there. Go go up on top and see what's going on. I've got the tarp laid out, and here's a few tools: scissors, cement. I've been putting trash in here. Didn't use the knife except to hold things down with. And then I've been cleaning the before I patch with this. It's probably not the right. The video I watched said use rubbing alcohol. I don't think I have any, so I was seeing if this worked. I use this, and then I wipe it with a paper towel. It seems to clean the area pretty well. And I'm patching some small. These are well, they're hard to see. Let's see. There's one in the sun. Those are really small. They're just like pinholes from little the bungee hooks rubbing beside them. Even when they're turned the right way, they were rubbing holes. And then there's like two bigger holes. And this is my first time doing it, so I'm probably using too much glue. But the video I watched did have them. They were painting around the outside with the cement. And I'm doing the top side now. I'm planning on flipping it over and doing the other side as well. I'm not sure if I'll do them on all of them, but the ones I can find, I guess if I can't find it, they're not that big a deal. There's some that I'm putting patches on where it's not all the way through. It's just like it had rubbed a spot, and since I'm already here and it's not that hard, went ahead and put a little patch on it. Probably, I don't know. We'll see if they hold and if it does any good. But yeah, so I already did. I already did the other side that's hanging off the side of the trailer. Then I'm gonna turn these over, and it's like two holes on this side and one. I think it's one hole on the other side. It's not super serious, but it was like it punched through on a corner, even with a blanket protecting the corner, like a couple of layers of blanket. It still wore its way through in a couple spots on there's like some sort of sheet metal cabinets that wore their way through. So I'm trying to patch it up. Well, I've got some downtime. I guess I should turn the camera around, maybe talk about what's been going on. So, since the last episode, that was in Idaho, I was just about to drop off the something to do with air conditioning units, I believe, up in Idaho. And then I went and got a I went further north into Idaho, deep into Idaho, and went and got lumber. That was a really cool load. I love that spot. That was really cool. I want to go back to that whole area. I imagine, I don't know, that whole area, just explore. There was a lot of really nice, it's nice wooded. So there's lumber companies, so obviously there's lumber up there. Means there's trees. But there was nice water, nice streams with lots of flowing water. They were a little swollen from just being springtime. Just imagine a lot of the snow is still running off, but it was really nice. There's a bunch of great views. I did do some hyperlapse on the truck. They're not very good. The angle, like the view of it, isn't very good. But I'll still probably get around to posting it at some point. I kind of want to make some more soundtracks to go with it. Otherwise, it'd be super boring. So I don't know when I'll get around to that. Maybe I can do it today. But anyways, up to further into Idaho, it was really cool. It was some slow driving. There was huge sections where it was like 20, 30 miles an hour most of the way, like for a long way. Just winding around and inside these canyons next to the water, and kind of tight for a truck and a trailer. But it was really nice. I really enjoyed that. And then that went to north of Denver, I think north of Fort Collins, Colorado, and then they had me deadhead from there out to Oklahoma, as far as my time would allow. And then I think, did I do a reset? I think I reset on that weekend. I can't remember exactly. Things fade from my memory pretty fast. So I think I may have done a reset and then went and picked up. That seems right. And then I went and picked up a load of shingles on Monday from Oklahoma City. I'm trying to remember where that went to. I don't remember where that went to. Oh, I think it went up towards like Minnesota somewhere. Can't really. Yeah, it was somewhere. It was like south central Minnesota, I think. And then I think if I get it right, I might not get it right, but I think from there that's where I picked up something and went to North Carolina. That was the load that I'm actually repairing the tarp from now. I think that's the there was some like, oh yeah, that had me pick up a step deck trailer to pick that up, because I believe I measured the height, because they gave me the step deck because of a height issue with the load, and there's one of the cabinets I believe was about 3 inches too tall to go on our regular sized trailer. If I measured it right, I don't know, but anyways, it was a little bit too tall to fit on a regular one, and so they had me pick up a step deck to take that load. And that went to North Carolina, Charlotte, is that right? And then from there, I went and picked up, what did I pick up? Was it what I just delivered? I think it is. It was, yeah, I think that's right. So I dropped the step deck and picked up a trailer that had already been loaded with some more AC units. They're big AC units, crane. They were crane load and unload. I think they're for a school, for going on top of the roof probably. And I took that up to Boston and got unloaded by crane. It was kind of a unique first time getting to see that. I'm sure it won't be the last. And then they had me come over here to Pennsylvania, I think it's pretty slow right now. I talked to another driver that came in, another Milton driver, and he was saying he was showing me like a map that they need like, I don't know, there's like 12 drivers or something like that looking for loads around here. So it's kind of, I might, I'm not sure if I'll get a load today or not. I came in yesterday about 9 a.m. They had me move even closer. It was hard to find a truck stop like my app. The major truck stops I normally use. There wasn't one close to where they wanted me to go, so I got the closest one I saw, and then they wanted me to. My driver leader wanted me to move closer, so I found a truck stop. It's not a major one, but it's a nice one. It's a really nice little truck stop. I forget what it's called, but it's right on the north side of Reading, Pennsylvania, and so I've had some time. I actually dug for my sheets in the in the back and did that whole operation of clearing the bed off, and so I could get the sheets on, and then um, and now I'm out here doing this, waiting to see if I'll get a job today. But I'm not too fussed either way. I like uh, having some time. I'm starting to get a little bit more acclimated to kind of the way things are done here. I don't think the way that I normally like to run was doing. Uh, Let me just turn that camera on, I guess. Well, I don't need to monologue with me in the frame the whole time. Let's see. So, anyways, yeah, I'm getting more adjusted to the schedule, the way they run it. They like to run recaps. They don't like to reset, which means just shorter days most days, which is okay. I like I like to run hard uh, 6 days and then take a break, but that doesn't work as well, I guess, here. So um, adjusting to the way they like to run the schedule has started getting me more sleep, which I was running a little short on for a little bit, and overall just adjusting and getting into it, and um, I still like the work. There's parts of the flatbedding, or I don't know if it's just this company. There's some of the work that we do that we don't get paid for. I think the securing is the most obvious. We don't get paid for securing the loads. We get paid for tarping the loads, and we get paid for driving. But there's a lot of work that goes into securing. And I guess the aim is to try to reduce how much time you spend on that. But it can be fairly involved, and I don't. It's kind of odd to me that I don't know if that's a Melton thing or if it feels like it's an industry standard, but I don't know that. Um, but either way, I don't. It's kind of curious to me how that developed. That securement is not not a paid activity. I still like the work, and I think this is the correct path for me. I think this is the path that ends with me on the however long I do trucking, whether it's a long term thing or a stepping stone to something else. I think flatbed is the way to go. It's the way that I end up on the other side at a much better health situation than I would otherwise, and that's worth a whole lot. Whether or not they're paying me to secure, it's kind of a payment in itself to just be active And it's an invitation to also do other things. I have taken the opportunity to do a few pull-ups on the edge of the trailer and some squats and stuff around it. It feels like just getting out of the truck, doing my load checks is kind of an invitation to go ahead and move a little bit, and I've I've taken advantage of that already, and still I feel good working the days, and it feels more. It's easier. I think it's just easier to be more healthy this way than doing the dry van. But I'm sure you can still be healthy in a dry van. It just takes more discipline, and like there's not something booting you out of the truck as often. So there's that. I guess one thing about this lot that's interesting is there's some signs that say they don't want you idling. I don't know if that's like just this particular lot or if that's like a local ordinance kind of thing, but they don't want people idling. So you can tell people are trying to keep it to a minimum, but it's not real hot now. It's kind of early in the morning, but it gets hot. It was over 100 um, yesterday, so I'm not going to confirm or deny that anyone might have been idling because I don't know if that's could get people in trouble. But it would. I don't know what the plan is if you're not going to idle. Maybe there's some sort of technology or device that I don't have. But I think there needs to be another plan. Maybe they just want you inside the building using their AC, buying stuff from them. Maybe I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if that's like a city ordinance or if that's just the truck stop put the signs up. Anyways, I think that's oh, I guess one thing I want to touch on is their Melton is reducing our pedal speed um, from 68 to 65. They're leaving the cruise control speed at 68. They're making the pedal go to 65. And they're saying it's because safety and fuel. I think it's mostly around the fuel conservation. They're trying to get people to roll at 64. They have like a fuel bonus program that I think is pretty ridiculous. Way too much. There's like way too many ways that you can lose it. You can't keep track of it. Like it just seems like kind of I don't know, too optimistic that you would. I don't know, like I don't even know what quarter I'm in or like when's the next quarter start because it's a quarterly program. I guess I could find out, but then like there's a couple of ways that you have to meet this sort of standard. I don't know. I saw a couple of different standards you have to meet, and I don't know if I meet them or if I'm going to meet them. And like then I don't know how hard it like you. It's stuff about like idling. It's stuff about fuel stops. It's stuff about uh, your MPG, which is controlling your speed, or if they want you to go at 64. So all that together, and you do it for a quarter, and then you might not make it, and there's other things that can disqualify you, and I don't even know how much. Like say it has the up to kind of. There's a up to number of how much they can pay, which means it probably is never that number, and so it didn't seem very enticing to me. If you go from 64 to 68, that's you can give yourself a bonus of about $2 an hour at what I'm getting paid. And like, I mean, you can say, well, maybe you can't even fill all that time with a load. Like, so you might get there, and you might not get a load. I don't know. You can't. It's not exactly $2 an hour, but like it kind of is, because even if I can't like do that 100% of the time and like have 100% uptime, it's still like I get to a parking spot easier and quicker, and I don't have to fight for parking as much, and it's nicer on the road because I can pass more people and when I need to. And I don't know, it's just like there's a lot of quality of life kind of things that go with it. And okay, so my biggest complaint about, I mean, I did 65 with Schneider for 4 months, so I'll be okay. Like I'll get through it. But in my opinion, it's a bad decision. It's a bad call. Uh, I mean, it would be different if the cruise control were better, but I pedal a lot because it really is bad on hills and in traffic, and we do a lot of hills and a lot of traffic. So like if in the Midwest it's fine, like going on cruise control is fine for long stretches, but in the northeast, and I don't know, even in the Midwest there's hills that the if you leave it on cruise control, it'll get to the top of the hill, and you'll find yourself at like, so I set it at 68, and I'll find myself at 63, and it still hasn't turned the engine on because it's like doing some smart stuff, but like it, like I would rather have a brick on my accelerator. Just go whenever I'm allowed to put power into the engine. Put power into the engine. Like that's literally all I want out of the cruise control. But it tries to be smart, and it's not very helpful. And it ends up being like you become a hazard on the road, and like people trying to figure out what speed you're doing. Like should they pass you or not? Like it's inconsiderate of other people to keep changing your speed like that. Like if it would be different if you were the only one on the road, but that's hardly ever the case. There's a bunch of people trying to figure out what speed you're going and whether they should pass you or not, and keep changing your speed. That's just I don't know. It's rude. It's unsafe. It's not good. So that's what happens with the cruise control. If you leave the cruise control on a lot, it changes your speed a lot. And then in traffic, it'll slam on your brakes and it's really stupid situations. So yeah, it's not the greatest, but I guess we're doing a lot more 65 at some point. It won't be terrible. I'll get over it, but it's not a good decision. It's basically I think it's taking from drivers and giving to the office workers, because a lot of the office workers are here long enough that they're part of the program where they get money based on how much the company makes, and so I don't think they're in danger of like going broke over fuel consumption. I mean, it could be wrong, but that's not my guess. Is they're not in danger of the company folding, or they would be taking more dramatic approach. They're just basically taking the well-being and I mean they've been doing this for for however long they've been running at 68 for a while, and they do it because drivers like it, and so they're taking away something drivers like. And I think the reason is uh, they want more. They want more in their bonus. So I think it really comes down to they're taking from drivers and giving to office workers. So that's. I mean, I'm sure there are drivers that are part of the program too, but I mean that obviously that wasn't enough for of an incentive for enough people to want to drive at the speeds that they want us to go. So now they're kind of doing a little bit heavier handed approach, which I think will be, I don't know. I think that's kind of the what I'm sensing from this company is they're making decisions that benefit the office workers. They're kind of they've taken over. They're the boss of the company now. The ownership kind of thing. So we're doing what they want. So that's how it is. That's how it is. Not too bad. We'll get through it, but not a great decision, I don't think. Of course, I'm biased. But we'll see. It won't be too bad. And I guess I'll flip this tarp over, find the holes that I can, try to patch them best I can, and roll it up and see where we go from there.